This is Kevin Bacon Fan 12, and I'm coming at you with another video blog, or vlog, whatever you want to call it. Today I have a question. Well, not really a question. A question that most people ask. Why was the Attitude Era better than the modern PG era? Now, most people are going to say because of the vulgarity, because of the sex, because of the violence, because of the blood. Well, yeah, that made the Attitude Era definitely stand out. It was a definite change from the cartoony gimmicks, and it definitely gave World Championship Wrestling a world run for its money. What really made the Attitude Era great was, now keep in mind, I'm not saying everything in the Attitude Era was pure golden. Like Stone Cold Stone Cold pretty much murdering Vince McMahon with a beer truck. That was or he didn't run him over with a beer truck. He sprayed the entire ring and sprayed the entire corporation with beer. That was hilarious. You can't beat that. I mean, stuff like that definitely made the Attitude Era stand out more than the other eras, because the golden era, which is mostly like the 80s and 90s, it was kind of predictable. They had the typical good guys versus bad guys, the whole thing. Of course, that's not really, most people don't really like that because it's too predictable. Because you can pretty much say Hulk Hogan's pretty much going to win over someone like the Iron Sheik. The Dark Ages, which is kind of a 96 or 94 to 97 about, was before WWE transitioned into the Attitude Era. There were really stupid gimmicks. The 1995 Royal Rumble is a shining example of this. Look at the 95 Royal Rumble. I think about half the participants in that are in WrestleCrap. For those of you who don't know what WrestleCrap is basically just a blog that makes fun of really crappy wrestling gimmicks. Like you had Mantar, Quang. But what really made the Attitude Era great was that not everything in the Attitude Era was pure gold. Like, there was the part where Mae Young gave birth to a hand. That was just gross. I don't know why they did that. And someone just messaged me on Facebook. Don't they know I'm making a damn video right now? And another crappy part, or another just bizarre part, was Mark Henry when he felt up a transvestite. That was just ew. Transvestites aren't disgusting, but just the idea that they put that on WWE is just bizarre. WWE does some very strange shit. But that's why the Attitude Era was so great. Well, now that I think about it, Mark Henry's been involved in some pretty strange crap, hasn't he? Pretty weird crap, hasn't he? Anyway, why was the Attitude Era great? It's because WWE was not afraid to take chances. They weren't too scared to take a chance. Now, obviously, there are going to be some crappy moments. The aforementioned Mae Young giving birth to a hand, Mark Henry with a transvestite, But the Attitude Era, they weren't afraid to take chances. They did some pretty risque stuff. The Attitude Era was all about pushing the envelope. It was all about crossing the line, seeing how far they could take it. And of course, there were a lot of parents groups that did not like the Attitude Era, but that's what's wrong with parents groups. That's what's wrong with parents groups. They were bad as children. Like, they were bad as children. They don't know how to raise their children, so they have to blame it on someone. And the television, the internet, video games, even death metal music is, quite frankly, the only thing they can blame it on. And yes, I'm wearing my Follow the Buzzard wristband that I got from my unboxing video about 2 weeks ago, I think. Anyway, of course, good God, I got really off topic there. Anyway, the Attitude Era was great because they weren't afraid to take chances. Nowadays, however, they kind of don't like to take chances. I mean, sure, they'll give the title to some... Sure, I mean, like, from 2009 till about 2013, I think, about... John Cena was pretty much the top dog of the company. He was. Like, he would always have the world title. And plus, if someone would take it from him, barely a month later, he'd get it back. Which is why a lot of fans did quit watching wrestling around that time. But they weren't. They're kind of afraid to take chances now. Of course, it's not just the Cena PG era that does that. After WWF bought WCW, then they've been more reluctant about taking chances because, I mean, the whole reason the Attitude Era started was because WCW was pretty much killing WWE, WWF, whatever, in the ratings. You know, because WCW had a good old classic, I guess the word is, wrestling feel. Like, you know, people didn't want over-the-top gimmicks anymore. They just wanted some good old-fashioned wrestling. Yes, wrestling. But they don't. But WWF had some really cartoony gimmicks like Mantar. And, yeah. That's all I have to say about that. So, WWF decided to do something a little more different. I believe it all started when Vince McMahon he made a speech on Monday Night Raw, at the end of Raw, I think. Well, I mean, I'm kind of glad they did, because if it weren't for the Attitude Era, we never would have gotten stars like The Rock. Now, granted, Rock was around before. Rock and Stone Cold, they were both around before the Attitude Era. But the thing is, Stone Cold was the ringmaster, and The Rock was Rocky Maivia. They completely changed their personalities and made them better. And now they're probably two of the most iconic stars today. Like, the Attitude Era, they definitely took a lot more risks. Like, you had Undertaker sacrificing people. Yes, Undertaker practically committed murder on TV. Almost twice. Yes, and he hung Big Boss Man, and he tried to sacrifice him. I don't know why, I've always thought that was awesome. I just always thought the Attitude Era was awesome as a kid. I mean, WWE hasn't really taken as many risks as they had back then, but they just, I don't know. Like, they didn't really do, ever since they bought WCW, they haven't really done as many outlandish things. Like, really, one of the most outlandish things after the Attitude Era was Kane setting Jim Ross on fire. And that was shocking. That was kind of shocking. Hey, now WWE is willing to take more risks. For example, they tried pushing Cesaro. They tried. He didn't succeed. His push didn't succeed, apparently because he can't connect with the fans or something. That's what Vince McMahon said on Stone Cold Steve Austin's podcast. Which is pretty awesome, by the way. Oh, I think around the middle of 2013, they started taking a little bit more risks. You know, the whole modern era is starting now. I mean, they're taking more risks. They're trying to push younger guys. They're having Daniel Bryan actually win the title now. which is awesome, man. I love Daniel Bryan. He's cool. And they did take a big risk at WrestleMania 30. Well, it wasn't really a risk. They tried something very drastic at WrestleMania 30. It was a big chance. Yeah. They broke the Undertaker's streak. Yes. The Undertaker, his undefeated streak, broken. I was very surprised at that. Like, it's just something you don't really expect to happen. Well, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time. Thanks.